So I kind of just wanted to do a collective reading this morning about crisis, about going through a crisis, about maybe some steps to get through it. With the eclipse and the South Node and things being removed from our lives, this can sometimes, I'm sure of it, feel like a crisis. Hang on, I'm just trying to find my page. So if you guys want to talk from our lives, if you guys want to visit, I can see the chat. So welcome. And okay, so I decided to ask the medicine woman oracle for some advice today, and what came out is your body's power and Mother Earth. And so I just really want to talk to you about your body's power first, and maybe offer some guidance about it. So it says, your life stories have made you who you are. Your body carries a memory of taboos as well as pleasures. You have probably experienced the power of your body, released through orgasm or giving birth. This card invites you to love your body resolutely and reappropriate it. Do you know it well? It's time that you trust in your body and reconnect with your chakra system, right? Your root, your sacral. Be sure you are truly on the side of love, banishing all too often negative judgments. Take a moment to connect with your feelings through spontaneous dancing, becoming aware. Call upon your inner knowing that comes from feeling. What do you need? Explore. Let yourself be guided. Each new space of freedom gives you new energy and self-love. Glitter with all your sensory majesty. Welcome to your body. So this reading also talks about how our body is a world all by itself, and it experiences powerful phases throughout its life. Adolescence, this is mostly talking about women's bodies, right? Maternity, breastfeeding, menopause. The female body embraces the pleasure and the emotions. Reappropriating your body is priority. Your body is yours. So I feel like, hello. How's it going? So I feel like this message is talking about like appreciating your body, connecting to it, realizing like how powerful it is, and how every experience we go through is stored somewhere in our body, and it has memory of it. And I think that's important. The second card was Mother Earth, and it's about forging an alliance with Mother Earth. So you are one with Mother Nature. You are water, fire, earth, and air. By forging ties with your habitat, you can strengthen the foundation of your inner home. When you are in carnal contact with nature's wildness, your skin becomes alive and life beats inside of you once more. Can you feel it? In contrast, losing the connection can be revealed through tiredness or lack of trust in yourself and the future. You are not separate. You are not alone. Trust in your own ability to grow just like Mother Nature all around you. You can count on the life forces inside of you. Then it talks about having a ritual, using a rattle or a drum, or just your loving heart, and go and meet nature spirits in the stones, the moss, breezes, streams, and trees. Open up to the field of your perceptions to feel their presence. Be silent to listen to all their messages, their song. Open your eyes wide to see their dance and the light's beauty. Feel and embrace. Then give thanks by making an offering to that place with fruit, seeds, or whatever you find there. So this is about connecting in, you know what I mean? So if you're having a crisis, and that's kind of what this is about. It's about feeling like you're in crisis and how you can handle it, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, it's about connecting in with all of your chakras and feeling what your higher self is trying to get across to you. You know what I mean? So if you're having some kind of problem, if you're having some kind of feeling or some kind of illness, you know, focus in on that area. Like, what chakra is it, you know, that's out of alignment? Because I feel like that is the way that spirit, your higher self, speaks to you and lets you know, like what exactly is happening. Because your higher self, you know, it's that whole energy center. So, and then the other one, of course, is talking about grounding. It's about tapping into your, you know, to Mother Nature, connecting, feeling the connectedness. Spirit, tell me more. What's going on with my collective? Yeah, so there's a gift coming in from Venus, like an offer of love. This could be an offer of love, like in a romantic situation, but it could also be in your family, you know? I feel like there's something here that's telling me that there's some suffering going on. This could be like an illness, or it could be like a mental illness. But I feel like what's happening is there's an integration, body, mind, and soul, with this card here, like integrating with your own soul. And I feel like that is what's happening with the bigger picture, with the eclipses and the nodes, right? We're being shifted into new paradigms, new timelines, you know, and it's gonna feel uncomfortable because the South Node is about something leaving our life. And I feel like sometimes it's not always easy to say goodbye. It's not always easy to let go, you know? And your body has all these memories stored in it, you know? So you're feeling some kind of way in your body, regret, you know, something, shame, guilt, something. So I feel like it's leaving you. This could be like, it could be talking about just exactly what's going on, karmic contracts, you know, ending, karmic contracts, ending. Oh, good job. So maybe this is exactly what you needed to hear, because it's almost like things are being removed from our life, and it's hard. It's just really, really hard to move forward. But what the bigger picture is here is about you and your higher self, like becoming one. So in the case of a divorce, for instance, I would say that, you know, maybe it's more about having more time to focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I really feel like we get kind of lost in a relationship. We get lost about who we are. We become what someone wants us to be, or someone expects us to be, and we deny our own higher calling, you know? So, you know, sometimes just things are removed and it's just hard to accept it. But I think that's how come they're saying, like, ground, you know, go get connected with the mother nature, you know. Go for a walk today, go by the river, go rock hunting, something. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. So, cycle complete. See, so there's some kind of karmic contract that's just fucking over, you know? And the reason is because of this. It's because your higher self wants you to focus on you, you know? There's definitely, again, it's talking about you and your higher self here, is what I feel like. You and your higher self becoming one. So something that has to go is this ego part. So when I think about the ego, like I don't think about like what most people do. Like when you think of the word ego, what do you think about? You think about your, I don't know, being vain, right? But it's not really about that. It's about kind of quieting down the mind. It's quieting down the mind so that you can listen to your higher self. And I think your higher self has been getting a hold of you for a long time, probably in your chakra system. So pay attention to that. Like, is it your solar plexus? You know, is it your sacral chakra? Is it your root? So if you're curious about chakras, I feel like you should look them up. You know what I mean? Like your root chakra, I mean, that's like about basic needs, you know? And if your root chakra was, let's say, blocked, it could look like, what do they call that when one day you were constipated and the next day you have diarrhea? Like that. You know what I mean? Like it could be like a symptom like that because it does manifest physically. The reason is because your higher self needs you to do something different. So, first of all, I feel like the ego part, it's your human. Like it's time for you to like let go of your human tendencies to overthink, to believe false things, right? Like controlling the situation, like, oh, what can I do to fix this? Because there's a cycle ending, but what you're going to want to do is fix it. And your higher self is saying something different. You know, your higher self is here. So it's kind of like there's sort of a little bit of a battle between higher self and human. You know what I mean? Mind and soul, a little bit. Because your human part wants to control this situation. You don't want something to end. You're hanging on. And it's really hard. I feel like you're suffering, you know? So it's really important to figure out where you're suffering. Like, what is your physical ailment? And figure out what that is, where it's at. You know what I mean? And try and heal it because you do have power. Remember how powerful you are, how powerful your mind is. I was just talking about it last night in the reading. I don't know which reading, maybe Libra. But it was kind of like, you have no, I don't think any of us really realize how powerful our mind is. It's just like, what are we using our mind for? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing with the information? Are we overthinking it, trying to figure out how to fix it? Or are we listening to our higher self and just saying, okay, I trust you. I trust you. Spirit, tell me what this love thing is. What is this new kind of love coming in? It's a celebration. And it's truth. So you're finding out the truth about some kind of love. What kind of love is it? It's one that transcends all. I feel like it's about you and you, you know? It's about you celebrating your soul. It's about your higher self and your human self becoming one. And I really feel like when we can actually pull this off, this integration, there's no stopping us. There isn't. So what do we have to do in order to quiet down our mind? You know what I mean? Well, it would be like a daily practice of quieting down your mind, you know, practicing like breathing, And you don't have to become, like a 5-hour meditator overnight or ever. But if you could just practice kind of shutting down the mind for 1 minute at a time, like just focus on your breath. Just do it for 1 minute. And then maybe the next time you go for a minute and a half, or before you know it, you're meditating for 30 minutes and you're actually getting incoming messages from your higher self because they are trying to reach you. That's what I'm seeing. But your mind is just like going, 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 going. It's because of the cycle that's ending and you are kind of like not quite ready to let it go. Thank you. Yeah, so in the past, I feel like, so you're having regret about something. There was an unexpected storm, and I feel like you're regretting the way you handled something, and it's really kind of eating you up. Something in the past, some kind of behavior, something you feel at fault here. But what I'm telling you is you're not at fault. You're not at fault. We all have this meticulously planned life. Our soul is completely the planner. And that soul is you. It's just that we come here with this blank slate and we don't know it. It takes us a long time to figure out we have this other piece that's like powerful and magical and beautiful. And everything that happened in the past, you're sitting here with regret, wishing you'd done something different. Maybe it wouldn't have this outcome. Not true. Not true. It all happened on purpose so that you could eventually, you and your soul could become one. I feel like Wheel of Fortune is here. This is like a go with the flow kind of moment. It's time to release anything that's not 100% authentically you, you know? So, time to get really honest with yourself is what I'm feeling. Spirit, can you give me some advice for these guys? Let's get some advice from the Akashic. I want advice from the Akashic because this is really where the plan is written, is in the records, right? So it's saying like, yeah, this is part of the plan. Yeah, and you do have a really big thing. It's like you're trying to go somewhere, but there's something in your way. And it's like, it's about clearing the way. This one. It's like there's a big log in your road, Look at that card real closely. Like they're in a wagon, right? Horse and buggy. How are they going to get down that road? The guy only has an axe. That's a pretty big freaking tree, dude. It's like almost like up to here on the horse. So it's a big, and it's up to this guy's like waist, a little higher than that. Yeah, it feels like you are really going through something, right? Because it looks to me like you feel like you lost something. It feels like you need to do something, and you're not your higher self, but your human self feels like they need to figure out a way to make this right. Some of you could be traveling. So when you're called to go on this trip, I feel like it's going to lead you to new possibilities. You could be moving, relocating. But you're building something. You're building something new. It doesn't look easy. It looks meticulous. The Akashic Library and the Scribe. So both of these are about writing. about limitless knowledge that you already have. This would be soul stuff, like what your soul knows that your human might not exactly understand right at the moment. I feel like there's a lot of growth happening for you. And it's saying, like, what is calling you to pay attention to? I feel like there's some kind of an issue here. And I kind of feel like I feel like it would be good for you to like research it, whatever this is. There's something happening. And knowledge is power. So I feel like you might be doing research on something to get a new understanding from it. It could be a spiritual thing. It could be about how to build whatever you're building. Or it could be about writing, right? Creating a new life for yourself, one that looks different than it looks right now. The Akashic Library is a card that says, here's the pen. What do you want next? Like I just feel like sometimes we don't realize how powerful of a being we are, and I think I'm the same. Like I don't realize it either sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I just feel like regretful and sad and all kinds of things like that, and Spirit is saying like, no, it's time to let go of that. So I almost wonder if like some of you are going to get some kind of like messages from your higher self about the plan, about the fact that your soul planned it, like besides just me telling you that. Like maybe you're going to get information about that while you're in meditation, you know? Like I feel like there's a lot of communication coming in here from your higher self. A lot. Like, and it's stored in your body somewhere, like you're feeling it right now. If you're attracted to this reading, then this reading is probably for you. So what's happening is like there's this new feeling of love coming in, and I feel like it's going to maybe allow you to let go of like the sadness and the worry and the regret, and then like this place that you're in, and then new stuff coming in, right? I mean, some of you could be eventually teaching about what you've learned, because I kind of feel like this is like your soul coming in to almost rescue your body that is feeling some type of way. And so that's what I'm feeling like. So we know that when we have an eclipse, which we just had, just a couple of days ago, so we're still in that energy. You can still use that energy, that moon energy, and it's very powerful. The veil is very thin. It's a good time to connect with your higher self and angels and spirit guides. It's a really good time right now. So I feel like, take some time, even if it's going for the nature walk, because remember, it's saying like it's time for you to ground in Mother Nature. So your answers might be coming from the rocks and the trees and like maybe you go out there and you sit down in a big pile of rocks and do the breathing there, maybe you'll hear something, maybe you'll just know something, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's just something changing. And so whenever the eclipse, it takes about 6 months for that to go all the way through. You know what I mean? What starts, and then it takes like 6 months for it to come to fruition. So what I feel like is there's a integration, body, mind, and soul happening. And I feel like there's stored energy that is negative in your body that your soul is trying to help you release. So yeah, do your homework on the chakras. I have videos on here about the chakras, but they're very short. So whatever you think it might be, you know, according to wherever your pain is or your illness or something, because it does manifest. It does manifest in your body if you don't pay attention to the warning signs, you know. So I hope that made sense, man. Aw, right on, GS Kid. What should you do for your husband's behavior? Nothing. Good job, GSD. It looks like you're moving in the right direction. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that it made sense. I hope you guys are feeling okay. I hope there's no major malfunctions going on. I just, there is a major malfunction going on in my little family, and it's been going for a while, but it's, you know, really kind of coming to a head right now. And it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know. I just guess you have to just surrender the outcome. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, you just kind of got to like trust your higher self, trust the universe. That's the plan, and you're supposed to work through it, whatever it is, you know? It's like one of your lessons that you're learning. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like it's about controlling things. It's kind of like this somebody says, what can I do to change my husband's behavior? Well, nothing. Nothing. It's his behavior. It doesn't have anything to do with you. And that's that card, remember that card about control, and it was with ego. That's what I'm talking about when you trying to say like I need to fix the way my husband is behaving. No. Like you don't. It's not up to you. You need to fix whatever's going on inside you. And that's it. That's where our responsibility is. It's just our own body. So stay in your zone is how I'm feeling about it. So anyway, I guess that is all I have for now. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.